Okay, I got the Kydex in the toaster oven. It's a carbon fiber actually. Well, it's a Kydex that has the carbon fiber look. Now I did have carbon fiber that I used one time, but it was just a pain in the ass to work with. I made a couple of holsters with it, but when I ran out of it, I said, thank God I'm out of it, because I didn't want it to go to waste, and it was a pain in the ass. You had to work with a different temperature. You really wanted to wear a mask. Now this rubber that you see here, I bought it from that knife something or other. Yeah, right, that helped you a lot, didn't it? They sell knife supplies, and they sell presses and stuff like that, and they sell the padding, which is made for this. So I bought it from them. I forgot the name of the damn place. I should look it up, because I know I'm going to be needing it again. Let's see. Can you see that from there? Yeah, you can see most of it. Alright, so I'm waiting for the Kydex to get warm, and I'll be right back. Alright, I just had to shut things down for a minute because the Kydex is almost done, but I wasn't ready for it. I just remembered that I had the larger Trijicon sights on this. They stick up a lot higher because it's made to go over the silencer. Alright, however, I don't have a silencer, nor do I want one. But I don't want to ruin the sights, because if it starts to mold and it molds down into there, I'm screwed. So I had to tape a pencil on there so that I make sure I have that track. Not that it's going to be that tight to start with, but I want to make sure that I have that clearance. And then I just wanted to give a little support around the trigger. I want it to grip into the trigger guard, but I don't want it to get so tight that it's just going to be impossible to get the gun out without damaging it. Now I may put a felt in there, I may not, I don't know for sure exactly what I'm going to do, but let me go check that and I'll be right back. I put one piece down, and I wanted to make sure that the pattern was on the bottom side. Now I'm not going to be too fussy as to how I put this in there, because I made it well big enough, way big enough rather, to where I don't have to worry about it too much. And I'm going to put that there. And well, actually, I want to pull this out of here. I want it like that, because I don't need all that in there, taking up a lot of room that I'm not going to need. And this should do the trick. Now I also sprayed some oil on everything here. The gun, both sides of the pad, and I even put a little bit on my gloves here, because these aren't what you would call a real non-stick, fire retardant type glove. So with that being said, well, gotta turn you around. How'd you get twisted on me? I didn't have you twisted. Sure, everything's got to act up when you got to work with heat, and you got to get things done in a certain time. Well, you know what? I'm not going to worry. Well, I got to worry about it. So why are you acting up here, guys? There you go. Okay, now that's right. Good. I kind of like this type better than using the orange clamps, you know, to clamp it down and screwing down. I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking that I'm getting a better, more even, if I can get it done in time here. There we go. A more even pressure. I can see it. There. And I dig where I'm at. Okay. Now we don't want it too tight. What I do have to do though is I just got to, right here on this lip, it's a little too high right here, and it rides up on this. So once it gets so tight, it kind of prevents me from snapping it down all the way. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Let's see here if I can do something with this real quick. Get this under this. You know, I keep saying I gotta fix it, and then I never fix it, and then next thing you know, I'm having all kinds of problems when I'm trying to do something. Okay. Alright, so we'll let that sit for a few minutes, and I think we're pretty set. There. And we'll be back and we'll check it out. Okay, so while that's doing whatever it is it's doing, can you see here? Yeah, okay. I want to see if I can get the other one ready. This is one that I made for a friend of mine that added a laser to his Glock, and I actually made two of them. This one is good, but it was a little too tight for him. It was a little too defined, and he didn't care. I mean, it had a nice snap, it had a nice fit. It was easy to pull out, but you had to pull it, and he didn't like it quite that hard. So I never really cut it and finished it. I'll just hang on to it because I can reuse the Kydex. Now I won't reuse it for like a holster, because after you reuse them a couple of times it'll lose its integrity, but I will use it for something, as I will this one. Actually, this one here I could probably use now, but it's going to be too small. Now let's see which one of these is going to fit this gun the best. This one I don't have to worry about the barrel as much because it's not sticking out and hasn't got the extension. So these two will work fine. So let me take this stuff and put it over here. And I'll start getting this ready. Okay, these will be down this way, this one will be up this way, this one should fit, again, right, so, I mean it's a little off here, but I don't, actually I can probably use a much thinner piece, I don't need that big piece, let's see if I have a little piece, a little thinner. Yeah, I could probably use this one, because I don't need that much for this gun. Now, I'm not big into making holsters. I really don't care. I make it for myself. A friend of mine needed one, so I didn't mind making one for him. But I'm not into making them. Like I say, it's more if I need one, I know I can make one for myself that'll work. That's all I care about, you know, and get it done. If I screw up, I can fix it, you know, that type of thing. But I don't want to start making them for people. Now, I do want to try making a leather holster for the FN45, the FN, yeah, the 45, and this one is okay. I can make a holster for this one, but I also have a leather holster for this one already made that I know I have. I just don't know where I put it. It may be hanging on a belt someplace for all I know. because I remember writing on it FN 7.5 on the inside of the strap. I found the one for the for the 92F Beretta. I found the one for the 40 Storm X4. I found the ones for the two FNS and FNX, which is the same holster. The one for the Beretta APX, the FN 509, but I can't find the one for this one. So, and I know I have it, I just don't know where the hell it fell or whatever, because I remember writing in it. Okay, so meanwhile, you want, in my opinion, I want to be able to use the trigger guard as some type of a retention. You know, so, but I don't want it so so tight that I can't get it out without wear. So I just want a little bit there to hold it. And again, this one has the raised sights, so I'm going to have to do something with that. They're not quite as raised as the Trijicon sights, but they are raised. So I'll put a piece of tape on this to hold that tape, hold that pencil there. And again, you guys are probably not seeing what I'm doing here. I'm sorry. I'm not about to go out and buy a wide-angle lens or camera. I have other things to waste my money on. Okay, so this is actually going to work as a dual purpose here, because this tape will give, so I can use that. And actually, I'm going to break it. There. I want that straight, so I got to put another piece up here. Don't want a crooked ramp. There we go. And now here, I'm going to put my finger down and then put the tape on it, just to give myself a little bit of indent, but not so much that it's going to be a pain in the ass to get out. Now, on a couple of my firearms, I actually built, well, didn't build, I took a piece of small wood, a mixing stick, and I shaped it to fit inside the trigger guard to the depth that I needed. And then I made the guns, and then after the holsters rather, and then once I realized I wasn't going to be making any more holsters for that particular firearm, I threw the little pieces of wood out, which was kind of stupid at that point, but that's what I did. Alright, let's put these back on and go over and check to see if I got to heat that stuff up one more time or not. I think I should be okay, but let me go. Well, you know what, let me just go do it. I don't need you to come over there with me. I'll bring it over here. Hold on.
We were invited by Sid Champion V to go to his over 500 acres of battlefield. Guys, this is the biggest honor outside of the mayor inviting us to Vicksburg to do this investigation. This right here tops that. This is awesome. As we roll through the massive Champion property, I can feel the darkness. I can feel the hopelessness and despair. The air is thick with death.
Again, I don't want it cut a lot. I just want a little. So let's put some clamps on this to hold it down for now. Hold on, right there. You'll see what I'm talking about with the clamps in a minute.
Sid,
I'd like to have seen it a little bit tighter on the bottom. However, this is fine.
It is an absolute
And I can
honor for you to
tune it a little bit.
I want to ask, how much land do you own here?
Yeah, now that's really not tight enough. I'd like to see it a little bit tighter. However, I mean, a little bit more defined. Let's put it that way.
Are there things that are happening on this land that
Let me see if I...
or
Yeah, there we go. I haven't got it bolted down or anything, and these clamps are not the best, but... Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be working okay. Yeah. Alright, this may do it. Actually, I think it will. I'd like to see a little bit definition there, a little bit more. But I just soon have it fit right than to have it look.
Did you see something with your own eyes when you were just sitting out here on the porch one night?
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I don't know what.
Alright, that doesn't look too bad. I can deal with that. I can.
Distinct mists, going up the hill like that.
Clamps for now.
Looking at it, I tried to gain.
Might as well keep these over here.
I couldn't get close to them. When I got out here, they just kind of blended off into the.
And then I'll get ready for that one.
Do you think that this could have been the spirits of two soldiers? Anything's possible. Sid now urgently escorts us to a spot where we came face to face with something evil. Okay, right now we are in pursuit of Sid. I did hear that he had some kind of like really negative experience. Alright.
So this one is going to be kind of right there. Because see, then what I do is later I'll cut it to give me the more of the outline that I'm looking for. But I won't do that until after I have it taken in, screwed in with the Chicago screws, and everything more or less made. And then I'll start trimming it from there. And then I go over to the buffing wheel, and if you buff the edge of this, believe it or not, because of the heat, it rounds it off nice and smoothly, so you don't have to worry about it. So the buffing wheel works well on that. This is what I find anyway. You know what? And if they hold for me the way I want, with the cant that I'm looking for, and I usually like around a 5 degree. Some guy, there's one guy up at the club. He keeps it this way. That's awkward to have to pull back. You follow me? I mean, that's not right. Usually, you want to go, but I guess it's whatever you're used to. So, if you're trained in it, I guess it feels right for you. I guess. So. All right. So what I'll do is I have some spray over there. Like I said, I spray some gun oil on them. I'll spray some on this and on this and a little bit on my hands so I don't stick to this if it gets real hot. Because again, these really aren't made for that. Take these off for a minute, have a little bit of coffee. Turn you off for a minute. You don't need to watch me have coffee. Hello.